rainbows. I'm colorblind, it's black and white. Seems it will remain. And you've been colorblind for all your life. Scared to even say so. We're colorblind, it's black and white. It seems it will remain so. So what they say, what colors falling out of line. They don't know the two of us are colorblind, yeah. All I know is we're here. They took us somewhere
Right, so we are having some issues with the live timing. Well, you can probably see for yourself. It thinks we're in Austria. So today we might have to just not have live timing on. I've tried refreshing. I've refreshed it again. It thinks we're in Austria. I don't know if there's like a button to like switch it around. It doesn't seem to be. So I think for practice 1, maybe practice 2, if they don't fix this, we will be doing this, the big one. Oh, that's a 4. I didn't. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, let me move the clock to here. Oh, I don't like this. I'm used to having a big thing at the bottom. I'm gonna have to change this. Wait, no, I can't change that because. Oh, okay. Well, this is it now. This is. Wait, I need to get Max in the frame somehow. There you go. I'll just stay down here. Yeah, looks like the live timing isn't going to be working today, unfortunately. That's just nothing I can really do about that. We'll just have to, you know, accept it and we move, you know? So, I'll take live timing out my title so it isn't clickbait, you know what I mean? Let's do that. Just me at the bottom with Max up there. Okay, actually, you know what I will do? I'll move the clock up to this. Okay, there we go. So, there has been a couple bits of breaking news in the F1 world since we last spoke last week in Austria. Ollie Behrman is now a full-time driver, well, will be a full-time driver next year as he has signed a contract with Haas. Well done, Ollie. Big up, son. He's doing shit in F2, but we've seen how good he can be in an F1 car. Lots of people saying he'll be the next, like, Mick Schumacher, Latifi. Or Mazepin, even. I don't think so. I smashed my head in this morning getting out of bed, so I've now got a big cut on my head, which is nice. And we'll go from there. So, yeah, practice 1. I did actually say that I wasn't going to be watching practice anymore because it's just a bit boring, but since it's the British Grand Prix, it's my home Grand Prix, I feel like I should stream it just because why not? And in typical British tradition, it's cloudy and gloomy on track. I'll keep refreshing the live timing thing, see if it wakes up at some point. Maybe it'll wake up when the session actually starts. That's what I'm hoping. That used to happen. Okay, I'll actually move this back down now. That used to happen with the official F1 live timing for like the longest time. It'd think we're in like Texas or something when we're actually in wherever. How do I? You know, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't care about the webcam, to be honest. I mean, I would have it like this, but as you can see, we're not in. We're evidently not in Austria, so that can't happen. Anyway, the session will begin in about 20 seconds time. That's a 4, actually. I'm gonna have to go off. Okay, that's fine. Max Verstappen and Lando Norris are apparently best buddies again. Well, they never really weren't. I still think Max was at fault in that incident, but they just call it racing hard and call it a day. I don't think it's racing hard. I think it's racing stupid, but, you know, different opinions. People might then go and say, well, you're British, of course you're going to say that. You're always against Max. Max is, well, you know what? That is a popular, you know, stereotype. Max Verstappen. But his biggest rivals are British fans and British media. I'm British, so you might think, okay, well, you obviously hate Max then. I've got a signed Verstappen Red Bull shirt, so no. Anyway, we do have a couple of youngsters in the car for FP1 today. We have Franco Colapinto, who's been doing all right in F2. He's going to be in the Williams for FP1, and Isaac Hadjar, I believe, is going to be in Sergio Perez's car for FP1. We're about to start any second now. We've already got cars lining up at the end of the pit lane. We also have a couple special helmets. I know Lando Norris is running one. It looks a bit weird. It's got all like glitchy VHS over it. I don't really know what that's got to do with Silverstone. And I'll tell you what, Sergio Perez's helmet is gorgeous. I love it. It looks like proper OG Red Bull as one of the Hasses locks up in the very first corner as we are now underway. Just give it a couple seconds. I'll get the timer. Well, I'll refresh the timer so it actually, you know, is synced. Boom, boom. No, can I not do that? Okay, what's that going to be? Okay, it's like 3 seconds delay. It's only practice. Who cares? Do you know what I mean? I'll keep. Okay, maybe I need to move a bit further down. I feel a bit, you know, at the bottom. I'll keep refreshing the live timing. Maybe now we're actually... Okay, no, never mind. I was going to say maybe because we're actually at Silverstone, it will change. But, like, the session's actually started. That isn't going to be the case. So that's fine. You're going to be stuck with just me. Hang on a second, I'm just searching the internet for other live timing. What's it called? Other live timing sort of websites, you know what I mean? Of course, it's just the start practice, so nothing's going to be going on, do you know what I mean? And, we'll go from there. Oh, hang on. Right, so... Oh! Ollie Behrman's actually in the car for Haas as well, so he signs the contract and he gets a little FP1 under his belt. That's always nice. Well in, lad. Ah, okay, I see. So there is a live timing on the internet somewhere that a lot of people are using on other live streams. It's just about finding it. But it's out there somewhere. You've just got to go and find it. Just scouring the internet at the moment. I wonder if everyone else is just watching the F1 TV Pro thing. Which is quite cringe, because... Yeah, okay. No live timing. It's official. Unlucky. So someone's gone off somewhere. I don't know where or how. Verstappen goes faster to 29.9. Of course, they're running their special livery for Silverstone. Someone's just chucked some red paint on it, and that's about it. Everyone's getting some hard laps in. We have Bottas on the mediums with a 31.7 in P5. Now, apparently Red Bull do have some upgrades this weekend. Some big upgrades that are looking to propel them back into the P1 area, as I have some fan-fucking-tastic news And here it is. We are back and we are locked. Live timing is back. Look at that magnificent sight to behold. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. Oh, it is just so beautiful. And now, what does this say? 5410. This says so. Yeah, it's so. If I just do that. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yes! And then wait. And then. Oh my god, it started off on the ropes, but we are locked. Let's go. Whoever makes this website, I rate you. Okay? Lovely stuff. Big up the boys, come on. Final thing I need to do, sorry, you might not see for a second. There you go, right. Is all the layout okay? Yeah. So I can actually move this. Hang on. Oh, yeah. There you go. And then, ta-da! There you go. Yippee! So now we have 52 minutes with the live timing back. Now I just need to get my chat up on my phone and everything is good. Let's go. Yes! Oh, it's what you want to see, really, isn't it, at the end of the day? Come on. There we go. Gorgeous stuff. Okay, so, Lewis Hamilton currently fastest. Where's the checkered flag? Oh, it's there. It's at the bottom right of the track. Oh, I see. I see. Is it? Oscar Piastri goes P2, a 29.5 on the hard tyres. That is to be expected. What's it called? Practice. That's practice. You're going to see a lot of hard tyres. Yuki Tsunoda! He's off! He's in the gravel. He might be stuck. That could be a red flag. Because he's going to be stuck there. He's in the gravel. I don't think you can get out of gravel. And it's a red flag. And Tsunoda, just 9 minutes into FP1. You're gone. See you later. Bye-bye. And he says on the radio, I'm stuck. And that is his session done. You've got to feel bad for Ollie Bell. They're going to get even less time to show what they can do. So here comes Tsunoda, making his way, goes into turn, I don't even remember. Fine through there, and then just the rear just goes. The rear just says, oh, you know what, I don't feel like coming up to work today. And the rear just goes, and he's in the gravel, and he's done. There you go. Can I play Team Radio?
The rest are okay, but the car fell too much on the nose.
Yeah, I can.
And it's turning all high-speed corner.
Lando, I would turn the CSL off and just bring it back, please. It's too slow for other cars that can't come past you. Turn the CSL off and just bring it back, please.
It's fine.
So I can now also play Team Radio, which I will do. Okay, cool. We're locked. You gotta love the people that make this website. They're the goats, for real.
CSL 6, 6th gear, please.
Wait, I just realised. I can do the thing. I can do the thing that, like, David Croft or whoever does. You know when, like, well, I mean, they don't really do it because they're kind of crap at it. But you know when, like, they're doing a thing on track and they're commentating. So, like, me right now, pretend I'm, like, commentating on the race. And I'm saying, like, oh, yeah, someone's, like, you know, driving around. They've just done, like, a 32A. Hang on. Team radio.
CSL 6, 6th gear.
That's cold. That's sick. I like that a lot. So everyone making their way back into the pit. This should be a very short red flag. It's only in the gravel. The stewards are usually quite lively when there's just, you know, there's no damage. They just have to lift the car. They might have to use the crane, though. Well, yeah, they're going to have to because it's stuck in gravel. So maybe I'd say about 5 to 10 minutes, I'd say, but not very long. And that's the fort, actually. Hang on, team radio. There it is.
Just look for Tom and the boys.
What'd he say?
Just look for Tom and the boys.
I don't know what he just said. But yeah, not a bad start to practice. A 28.9. Let's actually, while we're here, let's see what the fastest time last year was. Now, wasn't it raining last year? So this might not be accurate, but we'll find out. Can I do a space on my phone? Is that a thing I can do? Jesus wept. Okay, here we go. British Grand Prix 2023 results. FP1. The fastest time was a 28.6 by Max Verstappen, and then a half a second gap to Sergio Perez. So a 28.6, we are only 3/10 away from that. And that was the very first lap of practice. Alright. Cars are looking quick today then. Oh, come on. Surely the red flag's got to go soon. It can't take that long. But yeah, RB have been looking a bit crap recently, and that's not how you want to start your redemption arc, really. Going out in, like, your second lap and just spinning for no real reason. Although, to be fair, in Austria, Daniel Ricciardo is having a pretty good race. Finished, like, P13, P12, actually overtaking. He did that in Spain as well. Wait, didn't Ricciardo score points? Hang on. I really should remember, it was literally last week, but I was too busy crying about Perez failing to overtake a Haas than I was actually looking at the results. He did, he finished 9th. Fair enough. Well done, Danny Rick. So the red flag is still out. What the fuck is that? Track dominance, Ocon and Jack Doohan. Who cares? Esteban Ocon is P9. Doohan is, to be fair, Doohan P13, although... Oh no, okay, so he's the third slowest at the moment. Out of everyone that's actually done a lap. Fernando Alonso, fastest Sector 1 of anybody so far. Verstappen, fastest Sector 3. No one's done... Oh, Russell, fastest Sector 3. Okay. What has happened to Aston Martin, by the way? Why are they so stinky now? If you remember last year at the very start, they were, like, really good. Red flags come away. Nice one. But yeah, I mean, Aston Martin last year were looking like the closest challengers to Red Bull, and, you know, them winning a race wasn't going to be much of a surprise. Now they're back markers. Like, how does that happen? They've done the opposite of McLaren. Aston started in Bahrain as the second best team. and they're now like the 7th or 8th. McLaren were literally the worst at the start of last year. And now they're probably the... I don't know, are they the best? I think they're easily second best. I don't know, cool. I don't think they're the fastest, though. Especially this weekend. I feel like Red Bull could definitely cement themselves back up top. Now, what's interesting is that, I mean, obviously the live timing might be a bit dodgy. It says session will resume at 12:46. That's now. It says Tsunoda's still there. That'd be quite funny. They just continue the session and leave Tsunoda in the gravel. Loads of cars queuing up, though, and here we go. We are back underway. Green light, green flag, whatever you want to call it. Russell instantly exiting the pits, as is that Verstappen or Hadjar? That's Verstappen. Is Hadjar been on track yet? I don't think he has. I think he done like half a lap and that was it. Let's see. Has he actually been out on track? Yeah, he done a 2-minute one. So he came out, Tsunoda crashed, he had to go back in. Okay, here we go. What tyres we got? I think they're just straight back out on the tyres they started with, to be fair. Tsunoda was actually on a decent lap as well. He was going quicker than Leclerc. Poor bastard. But the game's the game, do you know what I mean? Hadjar is going to come back out on track, as is Colapinto. Is Jack Doohan actually going to get a running this time? If you remember, in Canada, he was in FP1, but because of, I think there was like 2 red flags and some yellows and stuff like that, and for some reason Alpine just weren't feeling like it, they just didn't let Doohan out on track. I think he did 1 lap at the end to like do a practice start, and that was it. Okay, Jack Doohan is coming out on track though with 42 minutes left. Verstappen previous race started first, finished 5th. We won't talk about how that happened, but that is a fact. It is. I do find it hilarious that even though Verstappen finished 5th, he still extended his lead in the Drivers' Championship and in the Constructors. That's just funny. How you can have a stinker. Although that's what I think's funny. Like, more funny than that. Verstappen finishing 5th is a stinker. Perez finishing 5th is a great result. Like, come on. God's sake. So even though Tsunoda's blip thing is still there in the gravel, he is of course not there. Obviously I don't think the rules allow you to go back out on track, although Perez did that in Japan last year. My guy retired twice in that race. Anyway, Max Verstappen, fastest sector 1, instantly nabbed off George Russell. So Russell said it, and then Verstappen was like, nah, don't like it very much, posh, and went and nabbed it himself. All 3 mini sectors, all 3 colours shown by Russell, purple, green, and yellow. He is going to do a 35.78 through the second sector. Max Verstappen is going to not beat that. He's actually about 800ths down. So Russell currently 600ths up on Verstappen, and he's having a great final sector. Purple, purple, green, green, purple, green. And Verstappen going yellow. Russell crosses the line at 28... Wow. Okay. Right. So, the best lap time from last year in FP1 was a 28.8 by Verstappen. Russell's at a 28.1, Verstappen at 28.3. There must have been some form of, like, rain-affected session or something, because to already be 7/10 up is pretty crazy. Lando Norris going off and almost spinning in a straight line. That's not really what your car to be doing. Lewis Hamilton, I think, just went P3. Yes, he did. A 28.5 on 7-lap-old hards. I assume everyone's on 7-lap-old hards. I mean, Verstappen, for at the moment, it says a question mark. We don't actually know. Leclerc goes up to, Esteban Ocon goes up to P5. What is that, a 29.4? That's not bad lap time, really. And I don't know. 1.2 seconds off the Mercedes is not great. Bottas on mediums, though, almost 2 seconds away from Russell. That you don't want to see. Carlos Sainz goes P5, 1 second away from the Mercedes. Leclerc 9/10 away. They're not having much fun at the moment. Leclerc not improving through sector 2 or 3. Doesn't improve his lap time. Piastri isn't improving either, although he's had a great sector 3. He does improve his lap time to a 29.2, albeit 1 second behind Russell. Russell, of course, our race winner last week. Completely undeserved, but you don't need it to be deserved. At the end of the day, he didn't crash into another driver, and he won. So even though it's undeserved, he's still done it. Here comes Lando No-Wins, although you can't really call him that anymore because, of course, he's won. And he goes, oh no. Is that P14? P15? Huh? Okay. Alex Albon, P12, not bad. Lance Stroll. Nothing much really. I tell you what I do need to do. I need to change this to 39, I think. Oh no, 38. 38. So, there you go. I love that delay feature, so class. It means I can sync it up with the Sky Sports broadcast. It's really nice. Colapinto, P18. Remember that I think this might be his first F1 session. Could be wrong. Need a fact check, but I think it might be. Ocon not on a lap. Leclerc is on a lap. Leclerc having a very strong lap. Crosses the line. Doesn't improve on position, but gets that gap from 9/10 down to 4 and a bit tenths. Ollie Behrman on the softs. Fastest sector 1? Well, yes. That's what we want to see from the lad. Where is he? P15 at the moment. Doesn't go purple in sector 2, but it's a complete improvement. Yeesh kebab. I mean, yes, he is on the softs, but, you know, he's still having fun. He's still having a good lap. Do you know what I mean? Here he comes. Lando Norris goes P10. Daniel Ricciardo P9. Hulkenberg P10. Oliver Behrman comes across the line. Ollie Behrman goes P5. On the soft tyres, half a second away from Russell. I don't think that's too bad, to be honest. All things considered. Lance Stroll, P6 on the mediums. That's pretty stinky. 9/10 off Russell. 7/10 off Verstappen on the softer compound is very bad. Especially, like I said, when you consider that Aston Martin was 12 months ago. Yes, let's enjoy the British weather. Zach Brown, that's your name. I forgot his name. Ocon crosses the line, goes P6, but again, you're a second away from Russell, who actually just improved his lap time, by the way, to a 28 dead. Huh? A Mercedes suddenly just the best car here by a mile. Like, what? I'm sorry. Carlos Sainz crosses the line, goes P5. 6/10 away from Russell, which is still fucking bonkers. Although I suppose you take Russell out the mixture, you know, you got 0.3 and then 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.6. Close-ish. Oscar Piastri improving. Started sector 3 quite poorly. Has a great finish to it, though, and goes within 4/10 of Russell, a 10th behind Max Verstappen. Jack Doohan! Go on, Jack! Where did he improve at all? He did. A 30.1. Which is about a second away from his teammate. Wait, what if I put that up there? Oh, that's much better. So much better. There you go. A bosh. Anyone else on laps? Alex Albon? Yes. Oh! Alex Albon P10. That's always nice. In the Williams. Of course, the Williams home race in that stinky livery they've got. Lewis Hamilton. Okay. A Mercedes just the best now for some reason. Lewis Hamilton goes P1 by 3 thousandths over his teammate. Colapinto, improves but stays in P19, only ahead of the other rookie, Isaac Hadjar, who is yet to actually do a lap. I mean, he's done a lap, but it's a 36 dead. Like, what? Fernando Alonso, P10, 16 thousandths off his teammate, and I mean, they had a bad lap, especially when you consider that Stroll is actually on the softer compound. You imagine there's at least 3 tenths, and I say at least, there is probably a lot more between the tyres. Anyone else on laps? We do have a couple. We've got Lance Stroll improving. We have Norris improving. Danny Rick, he's improving as well. Let's see. Lando Norris, 28.4 and a 36 dead. Crosses the line. Goes only P8, 7 tenths off Hamilton. Yeesh kebab. Daniel Ricciardo, P12. Not horrible. Not great, but definitely not horrible. Now, Stroll is continuing to improve, but adds a very stinky half of Sector 3. Look at that. 5 yellows in a row. Can he recover it? It looks like he's going to. Is he going to improve his lap time? And he does. He improves it to a 28.7 and goes P8. Tsunoda was on actually a pretty good lap, to be fair. And then it all went wrong for him. I don't know why I keep missing my R's. I think I'm actually slowly becoming brain dead. Anyway, Carlos Sainz, fastest Sector 1. I really like that. A very strong Sector 2 as well. On the hards. Where's this pace coming from? Go on, Carlos. Go on, Carlos. You could do it, son. This is looking like a very, very strong lap. But almost out of nowhere from the Ferraris. Go on. For the boys. Go on. Do it for the boys. Way! 1 tenth over Hamilton at 27.9. That's a great lap by Carlos Sainz. Fair enough, lad. Good shit. Alex Albon improving through Sector 1. Might have given up through Sector 2, but he's having a stinker nonetheless. Colapinto improving. 2 tenths back from everyone in Sector 1, though. Although, like I said, it's his first ever session, I believe, so, you know, cut him some slack. Although, realistically, 2 tenths down from your teammate in Sector 1 is better than Sargent, let's be honest. So Alex Albon is going to finish his lap, although he has had a stinker Sector 2. Can he recover it in Sector 3? Maybe. He does. He improves the lap time to a 29.2, but he is still 800ths away from Daniel Ricciardo's time. Ollie Behrman isn't on a lap. Do we have anyone on a lap other than Colapinto? We do. Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso. This is what we want to see. If he goes ahead of Stroll, then, you know, Stroll's having an absolute rotter. Here goes Colapinto. Go, Franco. Way! He's actually ahead of a full-time driver. And he's currently the 2nd fastest rookie. But, of course, Behrman was on the softs. Fernando... Oh. Okay, it's actually closed up a lot. About 5 minutes ago, there was like a 7/10 gap between the fastest at the time, Hamilton and Russell, between like the rest. But now it's 0.1, 0.1, 0.4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. It's closed up a lot. Lando Norris on a lap, but failing to improve. Bottas on the softs, going quickest of anyone through Sector 2 so far. Can he actually get that purple sector, though? No. Because he has a stinky run down the hangar straight. He's going to be 4 tenths away from Sainz. He's 4 tenths away on softs. Oh, my God. He'd be lucky to get in the top 5 at the moment, Valtteri Bottas, despite being on them soft tyres. That's kind of crazy if you think about it. And here he comes. A Bosch. And he doesn't get in the top 5. On softs. My goodness, okay. I don't care he's in probably the slowest car on the grid. You're on softs. I feel like any other car could probably do that at this stage. Lance Stroll on a good lap. And there you go! That's it! Lance Stroll, fastest Sector 1 on medium tyres, by the way. Goes P5. He's still half a second off, like, the top cars. And we only actually have 3 cars on track at the moment. Oh no, I'm lying. We have 4. Where's the other one? Oh, there. Bottas, Stroll, Behrman, Alonso. Anyone actually trying to go for laps? Bottas isn't. Stroll isn't. He just finished. What about Behrman? Yes, Behrman is doing. He's trying a lap. It's just. It's not going great. I'll say that. Oh, my back's just gone. Ow. Oh, my spinal area. Oh. I think I just broke my back. I ain't gonna lie to you. I genuinely think I just did. Ah. Oh. God, I have, like, every, like, problem that an elderly person has. Well, I'm not even in my 20s yet, for fuck's sake. Anyway, Ollie Behrman, failing to improve, but he is still going. Maybe I'll have a wonder of a Sector 3, but he's on 6 laps soft, so to actually improve might be tricky. I mean, the track is definitely ramping up a bit, but I don't know. I just don't know. You just don't know with these things, do you know what I mean? He actually manages to improve in Sector 2, despite only having 3 green mini-sectors. Okay, that's just miracle work. Now, can he have a strong exit to Sector 3? It's looking likely it is. Go on, Ollie. For the boys. Yay! Ollie Behrman. Up to P6. 9 thousandths off Bottas, who was on brand new softs. Behrman's 6-lap old softs. Fair enough. Max Verstappen out on track on the mediums. George Russell on mediums. Leclerc on mediums. Now we're going to see some very fast lap times. I mean, we're already doing 27s on hards. So maybe like 27.5, 27.4 on the mediums is probably a good lap time at this stage. See what the boys can do. Bottas is going for another lap, by the way, and he is going to find a lot of time in Sector 1. That's fast. A 28.3 for Bottas. I really should know, like, the names of every corner and straight of this track, seeing as it is my home Grand Prix track. But I don't know any of them. The only corner names I know is Maggots and Beckett's, Stowe, and the Hangar Straight. That's all I know. I really should know all of them. And I don't... Oh, I'm... Brook? Is Brook a corner? Might be. I don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at Bottas, who continues to improve. Had a bit of a stinky opening to Sector 3, though. That's what you want to see. You want to see those greens, that lovely green colour. Do you know what I mean? And he is going to have a strong ending to Sector 3, and he is going to improve his lap time. But what's it going to be to? It's going to be a 1 minute 28.5 to a 28.3. He finds 2 tenths and breaches the top 5 area. Well done, Valtteri Bottas. Max Verstappen, though, fastest Sector 2. Yeesh. He's going to go fastest, I reckon, by quite some distance. Only a tenth. Bear in mind, Sainz's lap time was on hards. Our Red Bull, I mean, we saw it in Imola. They start off a bit slow, and then they build up to it. These upgrades not looking great, though. Yeah, I don't know. George Russell on a lap is going to be half a tenth down on Verstappen through Sector 1. What about Sector 2? It was a 35.6 for Verstappen. It's going to be a 35.54. Okay, so 4 hundredths. So they're literally equal at the moment, Russell and Verstappen. Leclerc also on a lap with a... Fucking hell! A 28.17 through Sector 1. Holy moly. Russell goes P2. 10 milliseconds away from Max Verstappen. What about Charlie? Charlie, a 10th and a bit away from Russell's time. We have Carlos Sainz on a lap, but failing to improve. Ocon's having a good start to his lap on the soft tyres, as is Hulkenberg. They're both about the same at the moment. So even though Leclerc had a blinding Sector 1, look at that Sector 2. 2.5 tenths away from Russell. If he could just have a better Sector 2, Leclerc's right there, do you know what I mean? He's there, and he's not here to play about. Nico Hulkenberg, what's he cooking up? We all like Nico. Driving for Sauber next year, of course, replacing, well, at the moment, Bottas and Zhou Guanyu. They only have one driver. He's going to cross the line, and Hulkenberg is going to go from P15 to P6 on the softs. Bottas not on a lap. Ocon is, where's Ocon going to go? He's currently down on Hulkenberg by 1.5 tenths. Of course, Hulkenberg easily driver of the day last weekend in Austria. Unreal performance. I mean, people say that he finished ahead of Perez. Of course, I'm going to be defensive about Perez because I always am. He had I said it on Twitter, he's got a hole the size of Guadalajara in his side pod, losing about 6 to 7 tenths a lap. But at the end of the day, he still finished ahead of a Red Bull. He was P6, very quick pace, and also one of the most important things about that drive, extremely consistent. I don't think he made a singular cock-up that entire Grand Prix. So fair play Hulkenberg, P6 and P8 for the Hasses. Hamilton failing to improve in Sector 1 on the brand new medium tyres. How many races has Hamilton won round here? I swear it's 8, isn't it? Sorry about that, I'm tired. Winning a home race that many times is absurd. Also, Hamilton abandoned his lap, as you can see. Stinky Sector 1 for him. Anyone else on laps? Well, improving? Not really, no. You got Zhou Guanyu, who is... I'd say Zhou Guanyu is comfortably the worst driver on this current grid, and that includes the rookies. I don't know why he's so bad now, but he's fell off in a very dramatic way. And no one really talks about it. Everyone focuses on Perez's fall off, which is, you know, justifiable, do that, but you can't forget the likes of, you know, Zhou Guanyu. Even Piastri to an extent. Piastri has been horrible. Although Austria was a very strong race for him, I won't lie. And speaking of Piastri, he is now going to start hot lap. Let's see what he can do. On the softs as well. This is going to be a nice lap. I feel bad for Hadjar. He's been given a chance to drive the Red Bull, probably the fastest car on this grid at the moment. And he's not even allowed to do proper runs. He's doing all weird testing stuff. That's just cringe. Okay, so I'm hearing from Ted Kravitz that Jack Doohan is having issues with his rear left, I believe, of the car, which is stopping him from doing a lap or at all, let alone a hot lap. He's not allowed to do a lap. Cringe stuff. Anyway, Hamilton looking like to improve his lap time, goes P3, a 10th away from his teammate. Zhou Guanyu having a good lap on the softs. He is going to go P13 with a 28.7, which is what? 5 tenths off his teammate as... Yeah, I don't know, actually. I was about to be like, you know, good lap by Oscar, but he's only a 10th faster than Verstappen, and Verstappen's on mediums. So, I don't know, that's not great, really. That's not great. I think Hajar as well is actually allowed to do a lap at the moment. He's actually doing a hot lap, as you can see at the bottom. A 29.4 for the first sector. On the hards, don't forget, he's still on hards. The only drivers we have left on hards is Sonoda, who crashed out early, and Fernando Alonso with 28.5. So that's sort of the benchmark, a 28.5. Filipinto improves his lap to a 29.4. And here comes Hajar. He stays P20, 2.5 seconds off Jack Doohan. I feel bad for him. He's not allowed to push the car. That's very cringe. That is very cringe. Charles Leclerc improved through Sector 2, but had a stinky Sector 3, so no improvement for him. Daniel Ricciardo as well just put in a monster lap time. Look at that, a 12-minute, 13-second lap time. That is foul from Daniel Ricciardo. Jack Doohan out on track. He goes P14 on the softs, ahead of Albon, ahead of Norris, which, I don't know. Daniel Ricciardo improving, but ahead of him, and ahead of, another rookie. Not bad, really, for technically his first lap, really. That actually is his first lap that he's been given. Actually sets identical lap times to Zhou Guanyu. Look at that. I feel like Zhou Guanyu has to go. I think what Sauber should do is they should just keep Bottas. Because although he isn't, the best, he's so consistent. And, I mean, this year alone, in the first sort of, 5 or 6 races, I actually had him as my best individual performer because he was putting that Sauber into Q3 when Zhou Guanyu was struggling to get it out of Q1. So, yeah, but, he's had a bit of a dip in form, but so has the whole team. Obviously, at the start of their season, their pit stops were a big worry. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo across the line on the soft tyres, and he goes P12. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You're behind Ollie Behrman on the softs, Danny. Oh no. That is not great. Unlucky. Hamilton starting a hot lap, but no improvement through Sector 1. Piastri having, I don't even know what that is. Green, yellow, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, green, yellow. I don't even know, but he's found improvement in Sector 2, and he is going to make his way. Lando Norris, fastest Sector 1. Come on, Lando, for the boys. Of course, one of 4 Brits currently on track, 4 next year, 3 come the Grand Prix this weekend, and... I thought Lando was going to go P1, I ain't going to lie. Stinky Sector 2, though, and that's gone in the bin. And Oscar Piastri failed to improve his lap time as well. Right, Isaac Hajar on another lap. He is improving by a lot, but even though he's all green, it's still really slow because they're forcing him to do all this testing bollocks. That's not kind. Sky Sports pundits talking about whether it'll be Ricciardo or Lawson in the RB next year. I'm pretty sure it's already been confirmed it's Ricciardo. Not confirmed by the team, but even Ricciardo has said I don't really feel under threat of losing my seat. So there you go. I do think Lawson should be on the grid. Honestly, I can see. You know what? My ideal grid, right? This is my ideal grid. So the Red Bulls stay the same, obviously. I'm not going to start saying things like they should get rid of Perez. They obviously shouldn't, and they won't anyway because he's under contract. But what I think should happen is I think that at Sauber, it should be Hulkenberg, and honestly, I'm struggling to choose between Bottas or Théo Pourchaire. I think I'm going to have to say Bottas. And then Haas, we've already got Behrman. I think Ocon will go Haas. Alpine will be Gasly and Sainz. Williams, Albon and Lawson. Bosch. And Racing Bulls, we want to call them. Tsunoda and Ricciardo. That is my prediction of the grid. Watch none of that happen, by the way. Fernando Alonso, fastest sector 1. Okay. Come on, Nando. You got this, son. This is what we want to see. Fernando Alonso having a good lap. And that Aston Martin has been, like I said, horrible for ages. Can he, make a bit of a resurgence arc for the Astons? That would be lovely. Sector 2, finding more improvement. It's not a bad Sector 2, really. He's about a tenth or two away from Oscar Piastri's time through Sector 2. But of course, he's about a tenth up in Sector 1. This isn't looking like a horrible lap for him. As Lando Norris, fastest Sector 1, he says Alonso, fuck you, and takes it off him by half a tenth. Actually, no, more than that, 800ths. Fernando Alonso goes P4, a tenth away from Piastri. But how is Verstappen still there on those tyres? I believe that lap was on mediums. I don't know. From the early signs, it seems that it's going to be Red Bull and Mercedes fighting, McLaren there or thereabouts, and then Ferrari and Aston there or thereabouts. That kind of area of performance. Of course, it's only FP1. Come FP2, you'll probably see a McLaren 1-2, do you know what I mean? Anyway, Lance Stroll also now setting the fastest Sector 1. Here comes Max Verstappen to probably start a lap, I'd assume, maybe. Lando Norris also finishing a lap. He is currently improving. Where's he going to go? Oh! I knew the lap was okay. I didn't think it was 2 tenths quicker than Piastri. My goodness. Okay, Lando Norris. I was not expecting that. Fernando Alonso, by the way. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I was going to say he didn't improve at all, but he did. I was there for that. Lance Stroll. Huh? What? Lawrence! Lance! How have you done that then? Lance Stroll has just gone 2.5 tenths quicker than his teammate and only a tenth and a half away from Norris. Huh? Alright, fair enough. I weren't familiar with Lance Stroll Silverstone, apparently. That's my bad. I should have known. He's also got a special helmet. Looks shit. So anyway, anyone else doing some laps? We have, I was going to say Yuki Tsunoda again, but he's not here because he binned it after 5 seconds. Go away. I don't care about that. We've got to see a Verstappen soft run at some point. Sergio Perez looks extremely lonely in the game. Why does he look so sad? Just sat there with his headphones on like I am now. Just sort of... Oh, I love him. Anyway, we do have more than half the grid on softs at the moment, but no one's somehow improving on their lap times. Probably because their softs are old. Although, Fernando Alonso goes quicker than himself in the very first midi sector, having a stinker though to finish it off. You know, I think Russell's also on a lap. We have a green flag somewhere. I should actually wait. I should move this to here. That's what I should have done. That's smart by me. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, anyway, there we go. So Fernando Alonso fails to improve in Sector 1. He's got a bit of traffic. He might just give up. To be honest, he's just had to get past both of the Ferraris. Bit boring all of a sudden, to be honest. 10 minutes left, exactly, until we're done. What's the humidity? Is that 72? Yeah, that's why it's so hot in England, is because of that. Jesus, wet. That's a lot. Jack Doohan finding a little bit of time through Sector 1. He's about 6/10 away from Norris, which ain't horrible when he's in an Alpine, I guess. He fails to improve in Sector 2, though, I think, probably. Yeah, he does. That's a horrible Sector 2. Yeah, don't like that. Lando Norris seems to be doing a long run on softs, which is a bit odd, but feel free. Not like I can fucking question it. Lance Stroll was going for a hot lap. He had a couple green mini sectors, but did cock it up. But then goes purple for a mini sector in Sector 2. Ew, hang on a minute. Lance Stroll's cooking. Never mind, no he's not. How boring. So Jack Doohan, fastest Sector 1 from himself, fails to improve his lap time, though he's still on that 28.7. So at the moment, Ollie Behrman is the clear fastest rookie. Of course, you know, he has that confirmed drive with Haas now. And then... Colapinto, 4/10 off his teammate. I don't think that's horrible by any means. That's like Logan Sargent pace. Although, to be fair, Austria wasn't so bad for Logan Sargent. He was sort of there. Not really. Piastri going off track, just going very slow on the radio. Oscar Piastri has a hydraulic problem. Ew. So he's going to tiptoe back into the pits, I assume. Can he get back? Probably. Russell sets the fastest mini sector. Will he actually improve throughout the first sector, though? That is going to be a... no. Okay, good. Piastri does tiptoe back into the pits. He's going, like, 3 miles an hour. I'm obese and I can run faster than he's currently driving. And I think he might actually stop. Hang on. Are you still going? Go on. Go on. Oh, wait, can he actually not go forward? It's just wherever momentum takes him. That's unlucky. Go on! Are you still going? Don't give up! Don't give up! You can do it! Come on, Oscar! Go! No! Oscar Piastri has stopped at the entrance of the pit. That could be a red flag and also the end of this session. No! He almost made it round! This is so sad. I'm sad now. Shit! I thought you might have made it. Unlucky, Oscar. That's going to be his session done. Hydraulic problem. Probably the end of the whole session. I mean... they'll have to close the pit lane at least. Yeah, there it is. Pit lane closed. So everyone's got to stay out forever now. Unlucky. Fernando Alonso, despite going green, purple, purple, green, 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 actually fails to improve in Sector 2. I have no idea how you managed that, but he's done it somehow. And we probably won't see any improved lap times until, well, practice 2, probably. Because everyone's tyres are old. And there you go. But it is nice seeing all 3 different types of tyre on track. You know, we've got a lot of soft runners. We've got 4 or 5 hards and about 3 mediums. That's always nice. Bloody yawn. Hang on. I think Piastri is getting pushed at the moment. Here we have a replay of Leclerc. What's he done? Whoa, that's some horrible traffic from one of the Astons. Surprise! Lance Stroll. Didn't he do that in 2020 as well? He completely got in the way of Leclerc. Four minutes remaining. No green sectors. No green. No green. This is so sad. Piastri gets pushed back into his garage, so no yellow or green flags. Green, yellow and red. The pit lane can be reopened. There it is. There's the signal and a bush. We continue like nothing happened. Jack Doohan, though, once again, not really getting any chance to do any laps, which is just really cringe again. I'd hate to be an Alpine Academy driver. They have no pull. Oscar Piastri literally ditched them, and now Jack Doohan doesn't even... He has 2 FP1s, and I think he's on a combined, like, 2 laps, maybe 3 laps, and that's about it. Horrible team, really. And it actually looks very realistic that Carlos Sainz might be going there. There are currently 4 teams on the grid that he can probably get a seat at. I mean, let's be honest. I think Carlos Sainz is the best, like, free agent driver at the moment that doesn't have a drive next year by some distance. And there are four teams available for a contract. Well, technically 5, but let's be honest, I don't think he's going Mercedes. And they're all crap as well. There's Alpine, Sauber, Haas, and Williams that all have seats available. And a lot of those teams are getting impatient with him. They want him to sort of decide now. And apparently there's a very high probabilities. I think at the moment it's between Alpine and Williams. I want to see him in Williams. I just think Sainz in a Williams is just nice and fun. And also, Sainz and Albon is a seriously strong lineup of drivers. I mean, no matter where he goes, he's with a strong lineup. Sainz and Hülkenberg is good. Sainz and Gasly is very good. Sainz and Albon is very good. And Sainz and Behrman. Now that is fire. It's also interesting that despite everyone doing long runs, we are seeing a couple green, sometimes purple mini sectors. You see Alex Albon there, fastest in mini sector 2. I feel like Verstappen's been a bit quiet. He's just sort of driving around on 16 lap hards. Can I stop yawning, please? I'm not that tired. I had 12 hours sleep, for God's sake. My goodness. Isaac Hadjar improving on the medium tyre, but again, he's not allowed to do any proper laps because he's doing, like, testing and stuff. Which is very cringe, by the way. I mean, at the moment, he's what? He's a 10th down. No, he's 2.5 tenths down. Oh, he's actually oh, I'm lying. I just can't read, basically. And my name is Reed. So the fact that I can't read is pretty shocking, really. So Isaac Hadjar, not doing a horrible lap at the moment. We'll see what it's going to be. He comes across the line. It is going to be a... Da, 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 da. Yes! Isaac Hadjar is finally faster than another car on the racetrack. Yes! Well in, son. That's a fantastic lap. Well done, Isaac Hadjar. That is class. Well done. We love that from him. Good job. Good job. And... bosh. There you go. Practice 1 is over. And there is your final finishing order. It's been like that the whole time, apart from Hadjar gaining a place. Lando Norris, I mean, this is what... This is what I find really funny, right? Do you remember most of you don't, 20 minutes ago, I said, so it looks like at the moment that the Mercedes and the Red Bulls are the quickest cars, followed by the McLarens. And then I said, by the end of practice 2, it'll probably be a McLaren 1-2. Here we are in practice 1, and it's a McLaren 1-3 with the Mercedes 5th and 7th. So, what do I know? Do you know what I mean? So, Lando Norris, P1 in practice, followed by Lance Stroll. Who? Wait, who? We don't know. Whoa! Who is that? If that's Verstappen, that's really funny. Probably not. I assume that's Hajar. Yeah, it is. I assume Lando's gonna be fucking pissed. This is Isaac Hajar's reaction. I didn't hear anything. What's Norris?
Okay, yeah, now I've seen it. That was Hajar. Leclerc's just leaving turn 7. We're staying out for the grid launch. The checker flag has fallen.
That wasn't Norris. That was his engineer. But cool. So practice 1 is over. Lovely stuff. Now, I'm very tired, so there's an actual chance I might not watch practice 2, and I'll actually prioritize my brain over F1, which is probably not, you know, not the stupidest thing to do, to be fair. But that wasn't a bad session, realistically. The final 10-15 minutes was a bit boring, because no one was improving, everyone's doing long runs, but, you know, to be honest, I don't know. It's a bit tricky to tell who's where at the moment, since, you know, everyone's far apart. McLaren 1-3, Aston 2-6, Red Bull you can't count because they've got a rookie that wasn't even allowed to do any proper laps. Mercedes are 5 and 7 despite being 1 and 2 for most of this session. The Ferraris 8th and 9th. I don't know. But anyway, that's going to be all from me for FP1. I might be back for practice 2. What is certain though is there will be 2 YouTube videos on this channel today. The first one I'm going to try and get out before practice 2 starts. So practice 2 will start at 4 PM BST. I don't actually know when I'm supposed to upload that video. I'll just do it whenever my audience, you know, don't forget about it. I'll just upload it and then I'll let you know. And then I've got another video later on. So, you know, what I'm saying is if I'm not back for practice 2, there are 2 brand new YouTube videos to watch. The first one, an absolute belter. But anyway, that's going to be all from me. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you later. If not later, then tomorrow. Ta-da, bye-bye.